All right, now we're getting ready to push the pipe down into the boot, which then comes down through our pre-dug trench that we dug with the 306, and pulling it off the roll. My boy's down here. He's gonna help pull that through the boot, which it comes down through here. And when it gets there, so once you get it pulled out of the boot, you gotta get it down here and hooked up. Try to get all the dirt out of it first, pick it up at the end, let all the dirt come out. There you go. And you're gonna push it on there. Make sure there's no dirt clods underneath of it. You put your foot on it. Make sure all the slack is out of it. Put that underneath here. And we pull away. You're gonna have to hold on to this while he pulls. If not, it'll stretch this right here. So here we go. It's got a little pull to it, especially when it gets down to the last little bit on the roll. It's a little bit harder to get pulled off there. So you got to be ready to keep some pressure against it. So yeah, that's what we got going. What I will do is I'll pull forward while he stands on the pipe to make sure it doesn't come unhooked. And once we get right about there or somewhere, this dirt will fall over the pipe and keep it from getting too loose or pulling off of there. So you'll make sure most of your slack is out of there. You don't want a bunch of slack and bowed into the trench. So I'm gonna get in here and I'm gonna put this thing in drive. This is the 8320R drive. Make sure we're in first gear, which we are. I like to hit my auto steer. Make sure it's on float. Plow, yeah, that's good. Don't touch that. You want to hit the feeder on, which is a little tire. So I'm going to click it on, ready, go. Throttle up. And slowly pull away. Try not to pull out the clutch too fast and make the tractor jump real bad. It won't lay a real smooth line pulling out of the trench. So you want to kind of slip the clutch a little bit. So yeah, we're gonna finish this out, hook another roll up to it, and end up finishing the whole run out. So yeah, living in the dream. All right, we found our 4-inch lateral here, and we're getting ready to put a Y in it to go that direction. And he's just cutting here to make sure we have the right length to go back together, because we're going to take that line and run it over here and then 25 feet from that line. Because as you can see, we had to put a curve in that one, so we can't pull a straight line up in that corner. So that's what you have to do in a corner. Over here, a while ago, I had to use the Mini and dig out a short run over there in that corner, which made it easier to put that piece of pipe in there versus trying to plow with the tractor and tile plow, because right here's the property line. And I would have gotten off into here, which I don't want to do, if I would have tried to pull the tile out to here. Whereas I dug it in, I was able to bring it back to here. So I recommend using the mini excavator on short runs. That way you're not having to try to get this big thing turned around. I know on that last run, I think the tractor and plow together was about as far as I needed to go. Well, that wasn't gonna work, so using the mini worked really, really good. So now I'm getting ready to go in here and survey this line out to try to pull up in here in this corner. Start the tractor back up here, get everything going. It pulls automatically, which is awesome, back up to the job that you were last on. That's handy as all get out. So I'm going to go to mode, survey mode, and I'm going to pull over here where I'm going to be pulling off of, which is, sorry, it's blurry, which is right here. Get backed up to it and take a run out in this corner to get a good survey. Hooking up the last T, or Y rather, on this project up here in this corner. You gotta push this down in there and feed it. And that slides up in that connection point. Just like that. We've got just a little bit to go, right through there. So we're gonna unroll a little bit of this, keep a little slack. And then, being how we only got 2 people, I'm gonna go ahead and take off. And maybe by the time he gets out of the hole, he can go move the truck and pull up a little bit. So yeah, that's what we got going. See if this works. First gear, already got the install going. Feeder on, it's going. Auto steer button. Oop, not yet, it's gonna run into the truck. Now we can hit it. There we go. Here he goes. Got plenty of slack. Looking good. There we go. Just creeping. I might have to stop on this one. All right, let's pull ahead. Finish this out here. And there it goes. Stop install, tilt up. Turn off float, plow up. No colorful roots. That's a good sign. All right. We got that done. So if you plan not to use the whole roll on a run and you want to put it back on the ground later and then pick it back up, cut your strings partially the way down on the outside. You can either tie them to here or just make sure they're out of the way when the cart spins. So when you're done with however many feet you're pulling off of a full roll or roll that you're using, you can tie it back up and reuse it later, put it on the ground so it doesn't fall apart. Also, there's some inner strings inside here that you need to leave tied together until you get to them. And once you get to them, cut them as you go. So it's a little bit slower if you want to keep a roll intact for later. You just got to go slow with it to unroll it so it doesn't completely come apart, so you have a chance to put it back together. So here's our last run for this job. As you can see, there's many rows of or lines of laterals through here. Several miles of pipe under this ground. Anyways, it's exciting. It's the only way to go. Trust me. We've got some makers that already have it, and it is the best thing that we've ever done. I highly recommend it. But anyways, the last run is going to be feet into here. We're going to pull right along the side of the field here, like I said a while ago, and we're going to try to keep the roots out of the 10-inch. So that's the plan. Living dream. We are finished with the last box water control structure for this project. I've got to backfill it, put some dirt in it, and we'll be done. So yeah, I'll probably use the mini over there to put a little dirt in here and then pack it down, put a little dirt, because you don't want to put too much in there and push it off to one side. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'd say she's pretty straight. Man, this has been a project. Satisfying to be finished, I can tell you that right now. We're satisfied. There's my brother-in-law driving. Let me see if I can zoom in. He said he was gonna come up here and help. We're done. So yeah, good time to show up. But anyhow, we are going to start backfilling. Living a dream. Well, you showed up in time. Where you been, Big Daddy?
I had dropped by the bank.
Oh, big money.
I actually had dropped by 2 banks.
We're done.
Living the dream.
Living the dream every day. We're done. This is it. We're done. Where you been? Golfing?
Well,
You been golfing?
Golfing.
Anyhow, that's what we got going. Done, dude. Thanks for coming.
Put me on a combine. Put me on a tractor.
We're done with that.
What you need is my rice
Levy plow. Yeah, we've talked about that. It won't go close enough, unfortunately.
Actually, what you need is a little pivot track closer.
You got one?
No.
Maybe one of these days. Do you know anybody that's got one?
No.
That's a no.
That's what I'm thinking.
I bet we could find one.
That's what you need.
Well,
It is literally.
I'm getting ready to take the turbo till and go over it to level it off. Yeah, because they're bringing fertilizer and cover crop today.
So you're going to fertilize it, then cover it, then turbo till it.
Turbo till it. Well, and put cereal rye down to help hold this, hopefully. Anyways, that's what we got planned.
So you're not turbo tilling until they fertilize it.
Yeah, I'm waiting for them. So it'll help it level it down.
Absolutely.
Anyways, that's what we got going. Living a dream, dude.
Living a dream.
Every day.